ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
A live look at Hamul, where an hours-long standoff continues. The SWAT team is trying to talk a gunman out of a home on Lyons Valley Road east of the community church.
The sheriff's department says the gunman barricaded himself after shooting a man in the chest this afternoon. That victim was rushed to the hospital, and there is no word on his condition tonight. We'll let you know if that situation changes.
Growing concern after researchers discovered 7 new highly contagious variants of the COVID-19 across the U.S. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner explains what this could mean for the vaccine rollout already underway.
This local infectious disease physician added that San Diego has a robust sequencing capability. Across the county, researchers are collecting the virus from patients and sequencing them to see what variants they may have. A team of scientists are declaring that a total of 7 coronavirus variants spotted around the United States are carrying the same mutation, as reported in a study published over the weekend.
These variants tell us that the virus is adapting to us.
Dr. Davey Smith is the chief of infectious diseases and global public health at UC San Diego. He spoke to ABC 10 News Monday about the evolution of variants.
So the virus evolves every day that it's growing. It develops mutations, and some of those mutations are beneficial to the virus. And if they're beneficial to the virus in terms of being able to spread, then those mutations stay. And that's why we call them variants.
In the new study that has yet to be peer-reviewed, it's been revealed that the mutation is in a gene that influences how the virus gets into the host cells, leading researchers to worry about whether the mutation causes the variants to be more transmissible. All of this as the contagious UK and South African variants remain of serious concern. Still, little is known about the mutations in the US variants, since genomes have reportedly been sequenced from less than 1% of all COVID samples.
People should get their vaccine as soon as they're offered it. That's one way to curb the evolution of the virus in general. So the more of us that get vaccinated as soon as possible, the less the virus is able to grow within the human population and therefore less likely to evolve.
Dr. Smith added that it may be that we have to get the COVID vaccine shots every year like we do with the flu shots because the flu virus continues to evolve. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
The vaccine Superstation at Petco Park is closed through tomorrow. The county was set to receive a shipment of the Moderna vaccine Friday, but that was delayed. It is expected to arrive sometime tomorrow, with the Superstation reopening on Wednesday. Canceled appointments were automatically rescheduled. If people can't make the new times, the county says there are doses at the East County and South Bay super sites.
San Diego County's daily cases remains well below 1,000. The 693 new cases bring our total to just under 253,000. No new deaths were reported, which is typical for a Monday, so that number stands at 3,037. A new coronavirus outbreak on board the San Diego-based USS Theodore Roosevelt. Today, the Navy announced 3 sailors on the ship have tested positive for COVID. We're told they're asymptomatic and in isolation. This comes less than a year after hundreds of sailors on the ship contracted COVID and 1 died. That outbreak prompted the ship's commander to request more assistance from the service, which got him removed from his post. You can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
There are many questions tonight surrounding the death of a former Chargers Pro Bowl wide receiver, Vincent Jackson. Jackson was found this morning in a hotel room near Tampa, Florida. Police said there were no apparent signs of trauma. Jackson checked into the hotel January 11th, and his family reported him missing last Wednesday. But deputies spoke with him at the hotel Friday, and the missing person report was then canceled. Jackson played with the Chargers from 2005 to 2011. He leaves behind a wife and children.
The family of a missing Chula Vista mom just wrapped up their 3-day search of the Imperial County sand dunes. Maya Miliete's family says they didn't turn up any leads, but they tell ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco they're not giving up.
High above the desert in Imperial County, more than 40 miles of sand dunes make up the area known as Glamis. It's a popular spot for campers and ATV riders. This weekend, the remote area was the focus of the intense search for Maya May Miliete.
It just felt like I'm like a little grain in a sand. I mean, sand is huge, and I felt like hopeless.
Mary Chris Druye is Maya's sister. She and her husband and other relatives have spent every day searching for the Chula Vista mom of 3 since she disappeared 5 weeks ago.
We just want to keep on searching and searching, and we don't want any stones unturned. So it's one of those. It's a shooting in the star kind of thing.
The last time she saw her sister was here at the sand dunes over the New Year holiday. The family often went camping together. Mary Chris says Maya and her husband had been having marital problems.
Every day that goes by, it's very agony that we don't have answers, that we don't have a lead.
Police say Maya was last seen by her husband Larry January 7th at their home in Chula Vista. Police recently served a search warrant at the house, but there was no word on whether any evidence was found. Larry Miliete has hired an attorney, and police say he has stopped talking with investigators.
Detectives are still in the same place, that we were in a month and a half ago, and that's the scariest part. That we don't know what's going to happen. We don't want this case to become a cold case.
The family hired a private investigator. Police will only say they are actively investigating. Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
The family says they'll coordinate with volunteers this week to decide where to search next. A man is dead after being hit by the train in Encinitas this afternoon. It happened around 3 at the Chesterfield Drive and San Elijo Avenue. The exact circumstances of the collision are not yet clear. Train service was stopped. It's now back up and running.
The community is rallying around the family of a father and son killed in a crash outside Poway High School. Steve and Stephen Pirelli were leaving baseball practice around 7 o'clock Friday night. Police say that they were turning left onto Espola Road when a 19-year-old driver T-boned their car, killing the father and son. Now, as you can see, those blue cups are placed on the fence outside the high school to honor the two. Candles and photos have also popped up across the street. And that doorbell camera captured the moment a 13-year-old driver lost control of an SUV and killed 2 men in Escondido. This happened Friday night near Mission Avenue and North Ash Street. The girl and her friend took the car out without permission and sped off when police tried to stop them. They ended up crashing into the bushes where the 2 homeless men were sleeping, killing both. The girls were arrested and released to their parents.
We have a crime alert tonight. A rash of flag thefts from homes around San Diego over the weekend. As ABC 10 News reporter Leah Pizzetti shows us, a number of the thefts were caught on camera.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Other than the loud sounds of his 2 kids, Tony Cortez says their North Park neighborhood usually stays calm.
Pretty quiet neighborhood. Not a whole lot goes on.
They moved in less than a year ago. He and his wife are both veterans and hang an American flag to honor everyone who has served.
I've had a flag in my house for as long as I can remember.
But this flag that now hangs is a replacement. Early Friday morning, this scene unfolded.
And then it just showed the first person just used a knife to just cut down the flag, and then they took it and walked off.
In a matter of seconds, his American flag is gone. He says he's concerned because of the theft and upset that the flag itself was cut.
I don't know what their motive was or what their reasoning was, but it's pretty appalling, if you ask me.
And this is not the only time this happened this past weekend.
Same thing happened to my neighbor's USA flag at 2:30 a.m.
He posted the doorbell video online, and neighbors say someone around the corner also had their flag cut. Plus, this different doorbell video shows a home about 20 miles away in Sabre Springs. Here, a flag also cut and stolen this past weekend. Tony says he knows it could have been worse, but he wants people to know this theft happened, to find who did this, and to educate.
All our parents served in the military, and several of our grandparents during World War II. It's just the pride of our country. The flag means a lot to a lot of people.
Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
Both videos are being shared with police just in case these cases are connected. We've asked police if they saw an increase in reports. We're waiting to hear back.